Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming kind of like a routines video or like a planning video. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm pretty sure somebody requested this in a comment, like maybe it was a while back, but I cannot find the comment. I just tried my best to try to go and find it, and I really was struggling to find it. So I'm sorry if you did request this and I'm not giving you credit. I usually try to like put the commenter's name or whatever. My cat is joining me too for this video. If you can't hear her, I'm sure you can. She's now on my lap purring. But anyways, basically today's video is going to be about how I plan for a new week, and specifically targeting towards Fifi, seriously. And specifically targeting towards like neurodivergent individuals. Like I myself am diagnosed with autism, and I also pretty sure I have undiagnosed ADHD. I've never been tested for it, but if you ask many people in my life, they would probably agree that I also have ADHD. And my cat is making this difficult for me. So I have many systems in place and many routines in place that I do to keep me going and to make sure that I'm ready for a new week, because I need to prepare myself and just kind of like have things ready and whatnot. One thing that I do every single the power just why? It is storming outside. Okay, well, I'll return when the power's back on. That is so funny. What is my luck? What is my luck, Fifi? Fifi's excited now because she can get my full attention. Okay, that was so funny. I can't believe I caught that on camera. I'll be back. I actually have no idea how long the power is gonna go out. I even tried to like look up the outage, but my phone's not working at all. So I'm just going to, I opened up the window. We're working with the stormy lighting. I have 2 candles lit in here, so it's pretty dark, but like I actually need to get this done today, so we have to make this work. So bear with me. If you're sticking around for this power outage video, you're a real one. I'm gonna stand while I film it too, because this is the only way I can like set up the camera and it's gonna work. Okay, so I think I was in the middle of talking about how like the most important thing is like my Sunday, what I do on the Sunday before. So I kind of count like my beginning of my week as Monday. Like I get Sundays like first day of the week, but like work week starts on Monday, school week starts on Monday, so I've always done it this way. Sundays is the day that I get everything together. Once in a while I'll do a couple things on Saturday, just kind of depends, but Sunday is the main day. Like I have a Sunday reset routine that I do every single week. I do the same things to make sure like I have everything I need to be done on that day and ready for the next. And I'm not going to be going through the whole Sunday routine today. I can do a whole separate video on my Sunday routine if you want to see that. I'm just going to be focusing on like the specific planning part of how I get ready for a week, like how I plan and prepare myself for a week, I guess. So the first thing that I always do is I kind of go back and reflect on my previous week and do like a brain dump of everything. So this can look very different, but the concept always stands the same. But it's either like me like writing on a piece of paper everything I need to get done, writing out on my iPad on the notes apps on there what I need to get done, or I go back and look at like my last like weekly spread that I made and see what did I not get done and what do I need to carry over to the next week. And I kind of like go through all of like my Notion templates and everything for all of my content that needs done, and I like plan it all out that way. My iPad is definitely something that I use a lot during this process. You do not have to do this on an iPad. You can do this on paper and pencil. So if you don't have an iPad, that's okay. If you want to do it on your computer, your phone, anything, paper, like I said, I just like having the virtual aspect of it because it allows for a lot of maneuverability. Is that the word I'm looking for? Like you can change things around a lot, because one thing, which I don't know if this is because like I have like the combo of like autism, ADHD, but I think like a lot of people who have ADHD can understand this, or even just, I don't know, just a lot of you could probably understand this if you have like a neurodivergent brain, is I can make the best plan ever, but sticking to it is the problem. So I can make a really, really nice plan, but this is like the fight between it. It's like, can't make it too overwhelming, because then I get like ADHD paralysis where it's like I don't want to do anything. And then other times I can hyper focus on it and do well. But then there's also the part of me which here's me like trying to dig deep inside myself. I think this is like the autism, but I'm not sure, is I can make a plan, but if like one thing goes wrong, I like give up almost. Like sometimes I completely panic, stress out, whatever, which results in me not being able to get anything done because I'll be like so dysregulated, or I will just be like, well, I'm doomed, might as well just give up, not gonna get anything done. It's usually how it goes. But the thing I like about this and what I have to tell myself when I'm making it is that this does not have to be set in stone. That is a little bit hard for me to like tell myself, but I have to remind myself, like, this is the plan, this is just an outline, but look how cool these features are. You can move things around, you can like whatever. So that is kind of something I have to continue to remind myself, is that these things can be moved around and they don't have to stay the exact same. If you don't get something done on one day, you can move it to the next. And I really try my best to make sure I don't make things too unrealistic, but I always put way too much on my list. But I think it's because if I don't put a lot on my list, then I don't work as hard to get it all done, if that makes sense. And then I end up with a bunch of stuff that I needed to get done, but I didn't put on my list. And I don't know. So I always like overshoot in my list and make it more than what I actually need to get done, or more than what's possible. And that's something I'm always working on. But again, I don't know if it's like the worst problem ever, because who even out there in the world is like finishing their lists? I don't know. I'm jealous of you if you are. I have a few things I use. The main thing I use is Notability. That's the main thing. And I don't know if I'm gonna like screen record to show you how I do this, but let me just show you like the blank template that I use for my weekly spread. Hang on, let me just like move the little, there we go. So this is the template I use for my weekly spread. It literally is just like boxes for each day. And then I like that there's this little notes section here. Oops. I like that there's this like note section in the corner, so you can add in like any important things you need to put there. But I always put on here even basic things, because I get really hard on myself now that I have a full-time job, you know, I'm busy with that, and sometimes it's like so draining that I can't get much more done than just my job. So one thing I've been doing is putting on there like work, get to cross that off at the end of the day. And another thing I've added actually is like finishing my notes, because some days I was bringing notes home and finishing them at home. Sorry, my hair is driving me nuts, and this piece of hair is driving me nuts too. I just hit it for my brain's sake. I was not finishing my notes, so I'd have to bring them home, and then sometimes I'd only be doing notes at night, and then I would be like, oh my gosh, I wasted my whole night, what the heck. So I've been adding in that on my list too. So I'm gonna show you guys like an example of what I do. I'm not gonna put in like my exact schedule, because I don't know, I just feel weird about like putting my exact schedule, but I'm gonna, I think, screen record maybe. Sorry, Fifi, my cat was standing on my iPad. I'm gonna literally stand here and try to do this while standing, and I'm going to screen record and put here on the screen over there, so you guys can see how I do this. I'm just going to show you exactly what's on here right now, because there's actually stuff on here. So I've been doing this thing where in the notes section I put like what needs to be filmed and edited that week for my brain's sake. So I actually am struggling because I don't know if my phone's going to work for me to get access to what videos. Oh wait, maybe I can get my cellular to work, because I need to know like what is upcoming for me to know what needs to be filmed and edited. Okay, well, while that's loading, let me just try to fill out the main things on here. So one thing I've been doing to help keep me like on track of getting my stuff done is making sure I use my mornings wisely. I'm a morning person, so if you're not a morning person, don't do this. Like I said, this whole thing can be changed so that it works for you. That's the nice thing about planning. It's your plan. You can make it whatever you want. So I've been putting, oh, that is the wrong size. Every single morning I have on here my morning focus. And if you're a morning person, you can do this too. And I like to put on here just one task that I would like to work on in the morning, because I get up so early that I have about an hour that I can get stuff done before I actually start getting ready. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can sit there and have your coffee for an hour or whatever. I like to do something while I'm sitting there drinking my coffee. And that's basically what like my morning focus time is. I'm gonna have to change my position because my knee is starting to hurt. Let me switch legs. Okay, I'm using my thigh as a desk right now. We're really just out here trying to make this work. Okay, so morning focus, what I do every morning, because this has seemed to work very well for me, is I spend my mornings editing. So I'm going to go ahead and write on there my morning focus is to edit, and then after that we have work. I would actually go in and write my times just because it helps me visualize, okay, like what time do I get done, and then that helps me think ahead of like when I'll have time to do stuff, if that makes sense. So usually I'd write the time, but I'm not going to do that. Another thing I started adding, that's not what I meant to say, adding is finishing my notes. So finish notes gets put on here. So even if I finish them at work, I get to come home and I cross off work and I cross off finish notes, and then I feel good. It's like 3 things I already did for the day: my morning focus, my work, and finish notes. If I want to be done with that, that's fine. If I'm tired for the night and that's all, then great. The other thing I put on here is because as a neurodivergent individual, life can be hard, and one thing that we tend to do, I shouldn't say we because I don't know you, but me, I tend to not take care of myself when I get stressed or overwhelmed or whatever. Self-care things get thrown out the window. For me, this is usually making sure I eat a good meal. That's usually what gets thrown out the window. And also making sure I pack my lunch for the next day. That gets thrown out the window. And I still know I need to have a lunch, so I end up stressing the next day because I didn't do my normal nightly routine. So things that get added on here are dinner. I also put on here shower because no matter what, I usually do that. I'm not one that usually skips out on that. If you are, I'm not judging you because everybody has their own struggles, but showering is something for me that I hate the transition of getting out of the shower, but it doesn't really bother me to shower. Like, it doesn't give me too many sensory issues, and I actually find it pretty relaxing. And a lot of times it helps me, like if I take a warm shower, relax my muscles, helps me with my headaches and everything like that. So, but I totally get it. If that's not you, add that on your list so you make sure you do it. And then last, I put on here to, oops, I love this thing because I can just erase so easily. Pack lunch. Okay, so this is kind of my baseline for the day. These are the things that need done every day. This may overwhelm some people because look, we have 6 things on our list and it's like we didn't really even do anything besides take care of ourselves. I mean, we did work and we did do a morning focus. So look at that. Have things done. I'm going to copy this base over for all of my days. That's the other thing I like about this, is that I can literally just like paste this over for all the days. I hope you can hear the rain noises. It's like this aesthetic planning video with rain noises. Okay, anyways, let's see. So I really do need to get my phone to work because I need to figure out what needs done. I think I can take a guess actually of what needs done. So I know that I put on here reading blog. I don't know if I'm actually going to start that reading blog. That's a whole nother thing. We'll see. Let's put that towards the bottom. Filming, we need to film. Let me think. I need to film for my main channel, which is this channel, organizing. I need to film. I've been trying to film organizing for like forever. I just don't want to organize. Anyways, for crochet channel, I need to film using my yarn stash. Sometimes I don't write like the exact title. This just helps me know what I need to film. And then crochet Christmas gifts, Christmas present. That is to remind me of something else. This is like, I feel like I'm talking in code here. Okay. And then for editing wise, I actually already edited this video. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I need to make my eraser smaller. I already edited this first one, so that's done. But I already know this organizing is probably not going to be ready to edit because I keep putting it off. But things that do need edited are the video I'm filming now. So I'm just going to call it how I plan for a week because that fits. Okay. And what else? Actually, let's put this one first. This is what I love. This is why I need the technology, is because then you can just like move it around very easily. But I actually forgot to put on here. It's so funny. It smells like Christmas in here because one of the candles I'm using for lighting for a light in here is like literally Christmas tree scented, but I literally just went downstairs and found whatever I could. So, okay, what crochet footage do I have to film or edit? I mean, I always like to make sure I have footage ready. So I have stuff to work on. I need to be editing using my yarn stash as I'm doing it. So, okay, I think that's enough. That is plenty. That just gives me like, if I need to go and look, okay, say I get home and I got home earlier, I have extra time to do stuff. I can go like, oh, what do I want to film and edit this week? Has all like what my focus is right there. So that's why I really like that. Okay, let's go in and put on here. Tuesday I have a therapy appointment. So I'm gonna add that. Therapy. Oh no, I just got a notification about the outage. But this is from my internet company and they're saying it's gonna be restored by 5:30 p.m. and it is 12:44. When is the power gonna come back on? That's what I want to know. I should not have been standing the way I was. I'm in pain now. Why is this outage map not working? I need to focus on getting this video done before my camera battery dies. Yeah, Fifi? Please tell me why it's not showing any outages. I'm so confused. Okay, anyways, we'll deal with this later. Continuing on here. So that is like the baseline of it. My Saturdays and Sundays, if you want to plan yours out, go for it. For me, I found that it works best for me not to, because I like to throw everything on there I didn't get done throughout the week. And then I always have like my Sunday stuff I do every week, and I kind of put that on a separate sheet. So I leave them blank for now. So once in a while I'll put things on there if I need to remember things. But yeah, this is where I would usually go and add in like additional things that I want to get done. But at this point, this is like the most important thing. So now you can kind of go in and personalize it and add in the stuff that you want to get done every night or whatever. I will tell you right now, some of these nights I won't put anything. And other nights I will put stuff. Like my brain can handle it. I'll put something small on every single night and then just remind myself if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. So I feel like this is the most important part to show you guys. But I will tell you that Tuesdays are a day that I try to get a lot of work done. So I usually go in and I like squish these together more so that I can fit more on my schedule, on my list. And then I'll go in and write everything that needs done. So that's kind of what I do for that. That is kind of the first part. This is like what I would say like the most important part. And I will tell you, if you're a paper person, the one thing that I used to do was I would like make this all on here, come up with a solid plan, and then print it out. I've done that before too, but I will tell you throughout the week I go on and I change things around sometimes. So that's been very helpful for me. The other thing that I just recently got was this planner from Walmart. I ended up walking down the planner aisle because I was just like cutting through, like trying to get to another part of Walmart, and saw these planners, and they're really pretty and caught my eye. Like the color scheme for these are so pretty. So I ended up getting one. I looked through them for quite a while because I wanted to make sure I got one that would work best for me. And this one is a 15-month one, but it did start in, what was it, October, I think, and now it's November. So 1 month that I can't really use. And now it's November 10th when I'm filming this. So the thing I liked about this is it lines up pretty well with how I use my iPad, which is having like a weekly spread with lots of room. And then it also has your top priorities. You can put those in for the week, and lots of room on the sides to write notes that you could add in little reminders or upcoming appointments or whatever. So I liked how that looked. I have not used this yet because I just got it, but I will be trying it out, I think, this week. And what I plan to do is I might still write in like work or whatever. I'm not sure yet, but I was thinking of more putting the things that I want to get done outside of work on here. So this one here has like pretty detailed stuff on here, and this one will be like more of the other things that need done or appointments and things like that. So it's not going to be like as many things on my to-do list. This will be more of like a reminder of what my focus is for each day if I have time to get stuff done. But yeah, I guess it's hard for me to update you if I use this because this is my first time like ever using it. But this is the thing. My planning changes all the time because I'm always trying out new things, but this is the newest thing that I'm trying out. And if it gets too overwhelming, then I guess I'll stop using it. But I'm kind of excited to see what happens with that and how that goes. I need to get chapstick or I'm not going to be able to think about anything else. So let me go get some chapstick and then we will continue on here. Okay, I was able to text my parents because then see if they have power, and they do. So I had them check the outage for me, and it's supposed to be out for another 2 hours. So it's kind of cold out too, so I hope it stays a little bit warm in here and doesn't get too cold It's already 66 in here, so I might be bundling up. But I got some chapstick, so I feel better now. And I don't have too much I have to do, so my week is kind of planned for next week, and I don't really have to do like a brain dump this time, because I feel like I don't have too many things. Like I had a pretty good idea of what needed done, so not every week I need to like fully do an official brain dump. Another thing that I was doing, like sometimes I would like reflect on my past week and make goals and whatnot. I haven't been doing that a lot because I feel like my goals have just been to survive work and try to be in a better mood and, you know, get my notes done and all that. So, and trying to balance like work-life balance, because I was struggling there for a little bit to balance that out. So I haven't really been setting like super crazy goals. I'm just doing my thing and just being happy with whatever I'm able to get done. So the two things that I tend to stress over the most are picking out clothes and food. There may be other ones, but these are the ones that I know that I do something about to make sure I don't stress about it. And you can probably tell that because like in my list I had in there, like I had on there to have dinner. So you know that's one thing that's like important to me or whatever. But the one thing that I have done since I can remember, and like I remember all the way back to when I was younger and my mom would help me with this process, and sometimes it was even like crazier. Like right now what I do is I pick out all of my clothes for the week, at least for work. So I have clothes, but like when I come home I tend to just throw something on like this, like comfortable, so it doesn't really matter as much. But ever since I was little I've been picking out my clothes early, whether it's the night before or the week of. I'll pick out a whole week's. Sometimes I even picked out multiple weeks at a time of clothes. It was crazy. I even had this app once that I used to plan out my outfits. There's been a lot of ways that I've done it, but this is the way that I found to be the most simple and work for me, because I don't have enough clothes to wear to plan out a whole month. That's crazy. I basically wear the same things every single week, and that also helps me that I don't have to really even think too much. Like I know what I can wear together and whatnot. We're actually right next to my closet here. I have to be careful that I don't show you my work name because I don't want you to know where I work. But yeah, this is the closet that I keep my work clothes in. It's supposed to be just work clothes, but right now there's a mixture of work clothes and like a couple other things in here. But for my work attire, I usually have to wear a polo. So don't mind, it's kind of messier in here than normal. I obviously did not put that away very well, but I wear polos and stuff. So there are 3 polos that I wear pretty consistently every single week. I have this green one and then my 2 like uniform ones that I actually got from work. So those I wear every single week, and then the other 2 shirts vary sometimes on what I feel like wearing. Like I have some nicer shirts, I have 2 bodysuits, and then I think I have like 6 pairs of pants that I rotate through. There's 5 right here in the front that I think I just put away from last week, but I also have another pair that I usually wear here, which I do feel like I need to get more pants, like at least get like one every so often to rotate through, because if not, all my pants are gonna like wear out at the same time. I have 2 shirts that are black that I wear, and then my green one. So these black pants would match the green one, but I tend to always wear the green shirt with not these pants. Sorry, the lights are off, it's hard for me to see. With these pants, because I am a creature of habit. I like to wear the same things, so I always just put them like this. So I'll put like my shirt and then my pants, and then I put them in order from Monday to Friday, but I don't decide that till the end because that's too much for my brain to think at once. So first step is just picking out 5 outfits, and then I'll rearrange them into the right order. So that is one outfit, and then we have the 2 uniforms that are black. So usually I'll wear like these type of pants with them, so either like khaki or like these colored ones, or those other khaki ones that were in there. I think I'm gonna wear these soft khaki ones one day. So this is one with the uniform in that. And then for the other day, I think I will wear these other khaki, yeah, maybe these khaki ones. I don't know. I'm between these 2. Maybe I'll wear these ones. I don't know what it is about these khaki ones, but I don't wear them very often. Okay, now I need to pick out 2 shirts to wear. I haven't worn this one. I know I didn't wear it last week, so maybe I'll wear this one. I have like this floral shirt. So that one I like to wear with my black pants. So there's one outfit there. The only thing is I need to make sure I have a tank top to wear under it because my dryer keeps breaking all my tank tops, but I think I have one in here. This is my broken one. I think this is a black tank top. The power's off, so it's so hard to see everything. Here's another outfit, and we need one more shirt to go with my gray pants. So I usually like to wear either like this like navy patterned shirt. That's like the main one I wear with it, I feel like. I also have like some old Slippery Rock polos that sometimes I wear. I think last week I wore like this shirt. So I just kind of mix up like the nicer shirts I wear because I don't have enough, like, I don't know, I do have enough polos, but I don't love all of them. Some of them I don't like the way they feel. So I think I'm gonna go with this together for my 5th outfit. Now I need to just put them all in order of how I want to wear them, and then this coat should be back here. Usually I like to wear the dressier shirt one on a Friday. Let's wear this one on Friday, and then I think I will do uniform on Thursday and either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, it doesn't really matter. I just am weird and like to organize them a certain way. So, not weird, but you know what I mean. Okay, that is done. That was pretty easy. The other thing that I do after clothes is food. So what I'll normally do is I'll kind of take an inventory of what food I have, throw away food that's bad, and then I have like this dry erase board that has all of the meals on it for the week. So it says like Monday through Friday, and I write on the dinners on there. And I'll make sure I have all the dinners that I'm gonna eat for the week based on the food I have, or some of it I'll have to buy food for. And then I can make a grocery list based on that. And then there's breakfasts and lunches. So I'll look to see if I have stuff for breakfast. This week I actually have enough for breakfast. I have enough for dinners and lunches. So I didn't have to get any groceries. There was like one thing I was gonna get, but I don't actually need it, so I have enough stuff for everything. But usually if I would need something, I make a list, and I'll do this on like the night before of when I want to go grocery shopping, because I like to go kind of earlier or like find a non-busy time. So it's better if I just have all that done ahead of time. But again, I didn't go grocery shopping this week, so it was kind of a weird week. I also was planning on showing you like what that list looks like, but since I don't have power, it would be very hard to show it. So you can just imagine, it's literally just a whiteboard on the fridge, and I write out dinners. Sometimes in my notes app on my phone, I'll put like breakfast and lunch ideas. If not, like it's just like whatever I'm eating at the time, whatever like my hyperfixation is or whatnot. And then the other thing I do to prepare for a week is relating to food. I will like prep any food that needs prep. So like if I did go to the grocery store and got like fruits or vegetables, I would cut them up and wash them and all that and have that already, because one thing about me is if I go buy like a thing of fruit or whatever and I don't wash it and cut it up right away, then I'm just like not gonna have time to do it, and I'm never gonna eat it, and then it's gonna go bad. So I always just try to do it right away, and that seems to work best for me. If not right away, then at least like in the same day, like on a Sunday, because then I will have it ready for the whole week. But those are kind of the main things I do to prepare for a week. That's kind of like how I plan. And then I talked about like my 2 main things that I have to prepare every week, the outfits and the food. Like those are things that tend to give me stress, so I try to do things to set me up for success for the week, so I don't really have to even think about my clothes all week. Sometimes I'll set them out the night before, like pull them out from there. Sometimes I don't even do that because I know they're in line in there and I don't have to even think. I just grab the clothes and get ready. And then the food, obviously you still have to like make the food and all that, so like there's still that part of it, but at least takes away the thought of, oh shoot, what am I having for dinner? Do I have all the things I need for it? It takes that part out of it, so I don't have to stress over that. I just know like this is what the plan is for today. And again, even with this, if I want to change my mind and I'm like, I don't feel like having that tonight, I can switch 2 days around or something like that. Or if I end up having leftovers from a night before and I want to eat that instead, I can do that. It's not the end of the world, but it is just helpful helpful to have like those 5 meals like planned out or whatnot for the week, and it takes away a lot of stress. I feel like I've just kind of been rambling to you for a while, but I hope that this kind of gives you a little insight into how I do my planning. I hope you got something helpful out of it. I'm not going to say follow exactly what I do because everybody needs something different. Everybody's brain works differently. That's kind of what comes with like the neurodiversity. It is so diverse and everybody has different needs, and different things are going to work for one person and not another. So it's really about trial and error, but this is kind of what I have come to find works best for me. And I do think there's a lot of variability in it. Like, I think just the idea of having some sort of plan, if you want to go as in depth as I do and write out reminding yourself to like shower, eat, all those things, do that. If that's too much for you, don't do that. So there's a lot of variability, but I just think it is good to kind of reflect at the beginning of every week, just to have some sort of rough plan. And whether it's on an iPad, on your phone, on a computer, on paper, just figure out what is best for you and try that. And if it doesn't work, try something else until you find the best system for you, because there's so many different ways you can do it in so many different systems. But try to just stick to one thing and then focus on that, because if you give yourself too many things, then it usually ends up just overwhelming you, which might happen with my whole planner situation. We'll see what happens if this is too much. I was just thinking it would give me another like physical copy, because sometimes I find myself grabbing a sticky note. I can see them over there. I have one for today, and it's like my little, just a normal size sticky note, and I'll write out a little to-do list on there. Even though I have my to-do list on my iPad, I still find myself doing that sometimes every day, like putting things on a sticky note. So I was thinking maybe I could do that on here. If that doesn't work, then obviously I could just go back to my normal, using the iPad and then using a sticky note if I feel like I need it. Anyways, that is all for today's video, showing you how I prep and plan for a week as a neurodivergent adult who is working a full-time job and also doing YouTube for fun on the side. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really hope it was helpful. That was my intent with this, was somebody will get something out of it. So I hope that it is actually useful. If you did find it helpful, or you at least were entertained by it, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, comment down below any other types of videos that you want to see. Maybe talk about how you plan in the comments too, so if other people don't like the way I do it, they can get some other ideas from your guys' conversations in the comments. I said that really weird for some reason. Anyways, if you do decide to stick around and subscribe, then I will see you in my next video. Bye! Thanks for sticking along this power outage video. What the heck?